Fine.
What?
We're recording Ultraranger, not Castranger.
These are DX Ultra bottles?
Hand me one of those. Lane, did you literally slap Ultraman's face over a full bottle?
No. Those are DX Ultra bottles for the next Ultraman. Ultraman Bodle.
Ultraman Bodle?
Ultraman Bodle. He uses bottles that contain the powers of Ultraman. Did you not get that news?
No.
Whatever. Schwa the roll call.
Explorer from the unknown, Yellowcaster, Autogar.
Loyal and loud, Pinkcaster Lane!
Paying respect to the original Japanese heroes,
Radio Sentai Castranger.
Ultraranger. Hello and welcome everybody to Ultraranger, the show where we talk about Ultraman's past, present, and future, Godzilla, and all kaiju in between. Once again, it's just the two Ultracasters this week. Your host, Ultracaster Autogar and Ultracaster Lane. Sadly, Ultracaster Crunch will sadly not be joining us for a while. He is currently, in what we call review terms, burnt out.
Yeah.
He doesn't want, more or less, he's taking a break from podcasting because he feels like if he just keeps doing it more and more, it'll start to feel like work.
Yeah.
Which, fair point, we all need a break once in a while. As for Ultracaster Noble, well, turns out his vacation's gonna be a bit longer.
Yeah. To be really honest, he's kind of said he's lost an interest in Ultraman for now, so just He's just, both of them are very busy with personal things, so.
That is very true.
So it'll just be the two of us.
For the time being, until we find some extra guests.
Maybe Ichi, Emily, maybe Kevin.
Does Kevin like Ultraman?
Yeah. Love Zero. Like, sucks Zero's dick off.
Well, we already did Zero Quest.
Oh, yeah. This is episode 20, by the way.
Yeah, it's our 20th episode!
Oh my god!
Just 80 more to go until we reach 100.
Jesus.
If we even get that far.
Probably not.
Alright, today we are talking about Ultraman Geed, episode 14. We are talking about... I took long-ass notes. Ultraman Orb, episode 5. And since it's episode 20 and I thought, hey, let's start a theme, we're going to talk about Kaiju Club instead of Ultraman Ginga this week.
Yes, Kaiju Club, aka Gar's favorite toku thing of 2017.
Yeah.
Even some I remember you saying that on Castranger, you're just like, fuck X-Aid, fuck Q-Ranger, Kaiju Club is the best thing coming out in toku.
Oh, should be in the Criterion collection according to Juntron.
It's pretty cool.
But first, let's talk about some news.
Mm-hmm.
We don't have a whole lot of news this week, but some updates on the Ultra Replica Espalator and Agulator.
What's his name?
Agulator and Espalender.
Esplendor?
Esplender?
It sounds like it's a blender.
I don't know.
So it just be like Gaia just holding a fucking blender out, just going, BLENDER! That'd be funny. Those are cool. Me and Gar are still contemplating on
more or less the update on both of them is the price and release date. They're being sold together for 9,936 yen.
That's not bad. So they'll probably come to like 120, 130 bucks.
That's not bad. So it's like 60 bucks a piece.
There you go.
Yeah. And they'll be coming out in March of 2018.
Ooh.
But they also come with stands, which is nice.
Did they release any figures of Gaia or Ghoul?
They release Ultra Acts of Ultraman Gaia and a Ghoul.
Cool.
So, more or less every Ultraman, except for like a handful, got like Ultra X. Like Ultraman Justice and Legend didn't get Ultra X. Victory and X didn't.
That's a shame.
And Ultraman Saga didn't. And then there were like a few forms here and there, but meh.
Honestly, I just want, like, I'm not too much interested in Gaia, but I just want it so I could just fucking point it towards someone to see all the Gaia!
And have them be totally confused.
And then you just need to fucking stand there all seriously, just lift up your arm, just let it. I love that.
Alright, on to the next news story. Suji Igarashi, aka not Hikaru, Miari, aka Ultraman Mabius, is a YouTuber now.
Yeah, and boy,
Is he boring?
And put on a few pounds. Yeah, he doesn't look like the hot, sexy Ultraman he used to be.
Well, that photo's from 2006.
No, but if you actually watch one of his videos now, he's a bit of a butterface.
So then Haruto as well.
No, Haruto's not that bad. We just make jokes because he has a bit of chunk in his face.
For those that are unaware, Mr. Igarashi retired from being Ultraman Mabius back in, I believe, 2013 or 2014. But it was literally around the same time as Gosei Black's actor retired from acting as well.
And now Mabius has been forever shunned by the other Ultraman.
Yeah,
hey, what happened to Mabius? We'll talk about him.
no, he was in episode 1 of Geed. He was in the background.
What's next to him?
Alternate reality version of him.
Hey, where's your usual guy that you took form of? I changed it. Got a little fat.
I thought you said you retired. You got better.
No, but good for him. If he wants to be a YouTuber, like, all power to him, right? So, good for you, bud.
We won't understand a single thing you're saying, but good for him.
I know. It's like how I follow a YouTube channel of Dan's actor and then his brother who do a YouTube channel together. They haven't posted anything in a while, but...
Alright, up next, part 1 of the Jaeger news. Robot Damashi, Pacific Rim Uprising, Gypsy Avenger, Bracer Phoenix, and Titan Redeemer figures.
They look nice.
Oh, yeah, they look beautiful.
Oh, Titan Redeemer's so fucking cool.
Yep. Robot Damashi. Yeah, Robot Damashi is basically, imagine Soul Shugoken figures, just with a different rebranding. But I believe these things have articulation. Yes, they do.
Oh, of course they do. Who's Titan Redeemer?
Titan Redeemer.
Oh.
With that mace of his.
Yeah, I'm sad Cell is kind of just like, what good is a fucking mace arm? I'm like, a lot.
Then he mentioned that, like, oh, they don't really move like robots. No, we just want them to, like, just stand there.
I'm like, they're piloted based off of human movements.
Well, then...
That's the thing about Jaegers. They're piloted by human movement.
Well, then you have to think about this. We gotta have some sort of, like, fictional, like...
Yeah, no. How
like,
I think they even described it in the first Pacific Rim movie. Like, they're like, the Jaeger is an extension of the human body.
The suit and I are one. No,
yes!
Wait, that's not Pacific Rim. That's Iron Man 2.
Yeah.
No, hang on. That's the Lion King. Yes. The Gypsy Avenger, Bracer Phoenix, and Titan Redeemer will all be $32.99.
That's pretty good.
And coming out February 23rd, 2018.
Yeah.
And this is according to Amazon, Amazon.com. Pre-orders are already available.
There you go.
But wait, there's more. Robot Damashi's Obsidian Fury, Guardian Bravo, and Saber Athena information. Yep. So in which not only are we getting 3, but we're getting 6 of the Jaegers.
That's cool. I'm glad there's more Jaegers in this movie.
And I love how they're all, like, uniquely designed. Like, for instance, wait a minute, they don't... Oh,
see,
shit,
like,
they're
again,
not labeled.
Again, going back to, like, someone's complaining about, like, the Jaegers, like, oh, they all have, like, different weapons and it's weird and stuff. I'm like, I honestly want to say to them, like, you know, the kaijus have come back. They need to think of better ways. They've upgraded. They've thought of new shit to defeat them with.
Well, that...
So, I'd be bored if they were the same thing like in the first movie. I'd be bored.
Like, they're more marketable, if you think of it that way.
Yeah.
Like, chances are they're trying to make, like, they're trying to make Jaegers more, like, marketing samples.
Yeah,
now.
no, obviously this like, this sequel's kind of more of a cash grab, and, like, I can see that. Like, still, like, the viewer in me still wants to go see this movie because I think it's going to be cool, but, like, you know, it's not going to have that special kind of uniqueness that the first one had, because that was, like, something that, like...
Well, then Del Toro's
yeah.
Like, envisioning.
Yeah, because that was a passion project for Guillermo del Toro,
yeah.
So... But, like, this is just, like, a, you know, off of hype.
Yeah.
So...
But these figures will be a mass retail release in March of 2018, so literally a month after the other 30 figures. And they'll all be released at 3,300 yen each.
That's pretty good. Now, these all look really nice.
Yeah, hopefully they're not, like... Hopefully they're not as bad as the NECA Pacific Rim figures.
Oh, yeah.
Because, I don't know if you ever heard, they have zero articulation.
Yeah, they're
Like,
just meant for just display.
Like, you literally just stand them there.
Cherno Alpha was always my favorite from the first one. I just loved its design, and I like that.
Oh,
it was one of the
that
first...
was Idris Elba's, right?
No, Cherno Alpha was the Russian couple.
Oh, right.
Yeah, they were like that was one of the first generation of Jaegers, which I liked.
And then the last bit of news for this week, we got catalog scans for the Ultraman Geed movie coming up, in which it debuts his new form. Ultraman Geed Ultimate Finale, I want to say?
Yeah.
Or Ultraman Geed Ultimate?
Also confirmed Orb is going to be in it.
Oh yeah, Orb's going to be in the movie, but it's not going to be a part of his 10-episode plan.
No, of course not. It's just going to be a cameo.
Yeah. But Geed gets something from his father. Or, not really father, but he uses a Giga Battleizer.
Oh, that's neat.
Yeah, and it comes with the next evolution capsule.
So what's this fusion of?
Nothing, it's just the next evolution.
Oh, it's like a new form for Geed that's like his own.
Yeah.
Oh, that's neat.
And then there will also be 2 new Galactrons. I want to say Galactron Mark II, and then there is something that looks like a Death Star Unicron Mechagodzilla hybrid thing.
Jesus Christ, yeah, it looks fucking huge.
Purple dragon thing.
There you go. And then, yeah, fucking Orb's gonna be in it, Zero's gonna be in it.
Yeah, well, of course Zero's going to be in it. But wait, there's more.
Oh?
According to these catalog scans, they're re-releasing the DX Orb Ring from Ultraman Orb. This time it comes with all four fusions, or 8 fusion cards, so that you can make his 4 basic forms as Spacium Superion, Burmite, Hurricane Slash, and Thunder Breaster.
Yeah.
And then there are 2 card sets, in which card set 1 comes with Ultraman Ginga, Victory, X, Hikaru, Kaiser Belial, and Dark Clop Zero. Where the second batch of cards comes with Ultra 7, Ultraman Ace, Cosmos, Ultraman Zero Ultimate Form, Zeton, and Padon.
Nice.
Sadly, I do not care since I already have all these.
Yeah.
I legit have all of this.
Except Nexus.
Well, Nexus is an arcade exclusive card.
Okay.
That's why.
It's a pain in the butt.
Yeah, but I have found one.
Okay.
I just need to buy it in the future.
Kind of tempted for this, just because I like the Orb Ring.
Yeah, it's like a hey, if you missed out on the Orb Ring, here's a new Orb Ring.
It's not the original DX release though. The original release isn't that expensive though on eBay. I found it for like $70-75.
Ooh.
So.
Good thing I got mine when I did.
But I'd get this just purely for Thunder Breaster because oh my god.
Yeah.
What was that?
Oh, that was just Gene. Anyways, that's it for news for this week.
Kia.
Sakuo G.
Geed.
14, Shadows of Shadows.
Oh yeah, so this episode was about it was Moa focused episode.
Yep.
And it was just so yay, my waifu. Zeto.
Zenon. Or Zena.
Zena, okay. Never remember his name. Zena, he's like off on a secret mission and somewhere, and like Moa, he didn't tell Moa because it's none of her fucking business, I guess. And then so she goes up to like who looks like Zeno or Zena, and it's not him.
Yeah, it's if I can find my notes, it's Jan Aimina Kuroto Kageyama.
Yeah, so fucking Geki Red.
Yes.
Geki Ranger.
Yeah, he played Jan, aka Geki Red, in Juken Sentai Geki Ranger.
Sozoda!
But this is the episode where Ultraman Zero actually explained some things about Zena in his race. For starters,
They're evil. They're fucking invading.
Yeah, he's a part of the Shadow race.
Yeah, so they're
From
apparently a
Shadow.
huge bunch of assholes who like invaded and took over worlds and enslaved people and stuff. And I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
And then Zena just decided,
Well, it's because during Belial's like conquering of the universe, he destroyed Planet Shadow.
Oh, true.
So it's like,
my boy.
Well, yeah.
Yeah,
I'm alive, motherfuckers. Look at me now. Straight Nebula, M78.
So like the thing about what's this character's name?
Kuroto.
Kuroto?
Yeah.
No, it's not Kuroto. I think it was like Kuruda or something like that.
Oh, it's Kuroto Kageyama.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna call him Kageyama because I don't want to get the So Kageyama, he so apparently apparently their race is usually emotionless and expressionless.
So imagine Naga from Q Ranger.
Yeah. So he can express himself and smile and stuff. So it's interesting.
Yeah, well, Lane and I were watching the episode. We were both stunned when we actually realized, oh wait, he's actually talking.
Yeah, he's talking with his mouth and he's smiling and being expressive. And he's like, oh yeah, I researched into human culture and stuff like that. It's fascinating. And like he gets like a balloon and it's a red balloon, and me are just like, ah.
Clowns.
I wanted him to go like, Sharky.
Oh.
Sharky-chan.
Dude, I'm thinking, oh, it reference, and I'm like, oh right, Geki Ranger.
Yeah, no,
Oh yeah, another thing we learned about this episode is that apparently it's been 2 months since Riku has turned into Ultraman Geed.
Yeah, that was a fucking interesting plot drop. It was just like, so 2 months. What? Like, Gar's face was like, what?
This doesn't work timeline-wise, because episode... Well, that would mean we would have to get rid of episode 13.
Yeah.
Because episode 13 is when... It's like the clip episode, if you remember.
Yeah, it was a clip show.
But it's like, oh yeah, we should tell Moa about the base. And then the beginning of this episode is like them introducing Moa to the base. But it doesn't work since you see Zero talk to Moa earlier and chit-chatting about how, like, oh yeah, I'm not doing your things anymore. You have your own Ultraman. You can do it yourself.
Mm-hmm.
So are you telling me Zero told Moa that 2 months ago? Or it's like he didn't tell them about the information he found about the pocket dimension 2 months later?
No. Apparently not. So, like, of course, later we find out that fucking Kageyama's full of shit, and he's trying to gain access to, like, this item that lets him summon a giant fucking kaiju, which I forgot the monster's name for the fucking life of me.
Say it with me, Lane. Space-Time Destroyer God Zenga.
Jesus Christ.
I take notes.
And boy, does he fuck shit up, if I remember correctly. Like, goddamn.
Like, he creates mist everywhere. He, like, warps things into an alternate dimension. This guy's weird.
Fucking, like, almost sucks fucking Geed into it.
Shit!
Yeah, Zero's just like, yo, dude, be the fucking careful. You almost fall into another dimension. I was getting fucking Ocean Dub DBZ flashbacks. Where it's like, oh shit, fucking Yamcha got blown in the next dimension.
See you. You know what? That's the title of this week's episode. Episode 20. See you in the next dimension.
See you in the next dimension. Ah. Fucking just Chaozu trying to send Nappa to the next dimension. Like, fuck off. Like, kids understand death.
Nah, not in the 90s.
I don't even remember if they showed Yamcha's dead body afterwards.
Yeah, they did. They did.
Tien gets his arm chopped off. It'll grow back. No!
Hey, you'll be sorry when it grows back. Okay. But yeah, Riku comes out of retirement after 2 months apparently, and then turn to Geed, fight Zangan, or Zagan, Z.
The Destroyer!
The Destroyer! But yeah, just... There's the one thing that bugs me about this. So you have Zero fighting Zagan, Zagan, and you have Riku fighting Zagan, in which he can create, he creates black holes.
Yeah.
So when Geed's fighting Zagan, and he uses his big bust away move, and Zagan unleashes his Zagant beam right at them. So it creates a giant black hole in the sky.
Yep.
What does Zero do? Got a problem? Punch it. He literally punches the beam, like them crossing the streams, to stop the black hole. But this is where it gets confusing. Like, oh yeah, Zena is apparently not on actual mission. He was just underneath the AIB base, being held captive.
Yeah.
But it's like, him and Moa are both up on the roof of their headquarters, but it's only Moa that got sucked into the black hole and not Zena.
Because he was holding on.
To what?
To the railing.
There was no railing.
There was a railing there.
Yeah, but they were like dead center on the roof.
Maybe Zena's people can fucking, resist gravity or something. They have hard gravity on their planet. So.
At this case...
He's an alien!
Well, I'll believe you.
He's an alien! You're a human! Daddy, I love her! Love him!
What?
Fucking Little Mermaid. He's a human! You're a mermaid! Oh god.
This episode was...
It was okay. I was glad to see Magnificent again, because, god, just...
Yeah, it's good filler. I will say, it's straight up filler.
I got my waifu, so that was good.
It's literally a 2-part filler till we get to the actual story.
I like that Zena was like, Zena was just like, you really gotta fucking, work on that whole,
trusting people?
No, it's not trusting.
Oh yeah,
it's
dropping her guard.
Yeah, she lets her guard down easily, too. Yeah, it's part of her character. I like it. But yeah, it was just weird seeing fucking Geki Red being like a fucking asshole.
Oh yeah, shock of all shock. There's no K this episode.
Gee, it's like he's recovering or something.
Yeah, it's like he's in a coma somewhere.
Yeah, honestly, good riddance. I was sort of getting tired of him a bit, because, we all know that fucking Belial's the true fucking villain of this goddamn show, so...
And, you can... And remember, his actor tried to be juggler in Orb, in which I can see why they didn't choose him.
No, the guy who's juggler is fucking perfect.
Exactly.
He's the right amount of fucking badass, but also crazy.
In which... And it's like... And that's why I wish the rumors were true, was that he was going to be like Shishi Red in Q Ranger.
No, I'm glad. I like...
Well, this was before character bios were announced.
I know, but thank God. I like Lucky for who he is. Lucky's best friend.
Just... Yeah, and then next week we find out about the pocket dimension that they're in.
Yep.
I don't
And
know.
of course, Geed goes in after her because.
Oh yeah, next week, of course. Chances are next episode's probably gonna be like Riku flies into the black hole. They learned something about like the shadow race, but then they're gonna realize, oh no, the portal's closing.
Oh yeah, we did get a funny scene though with Mo where she was like, I forgot like the context behind the thing, but she was like thinking about like stuff. Oh yeah, it's because she meets Pega because like they introduced her to Nebula House, and like she's like, wait, who the hell are you? Oh, I've been hanging out with Riku for a long time. Like, how long? Oh, you know, like since middle school. Wait, so that time that we used to bathe together and like sleep in the same room
it's like wait, when we bathed together? Oh no, I wasn't there for that.
But you're here for these other times and these other times and this other time. Oh, yes, he's probably seen you naked. Get over it.
Oh, that time we went to the haunted house and Riku jumped into my arms?
Oh, no, that was...
Actually, that was me. I'm very terrified of haunted houses. So, like, all those times where she thought it was just her and Riku was actually her and Riku and Pega.
Like, even as much as I love Moa, like, that scene dragged on a bit. I was like, come on. I'm like, yes, he's seen you naked.
But there's the time where, like, it clicks into her head. As long as Pega's there, she knows that Riku and Liha are not going to do anything.
Oh, yeah. She's
weird.
like, oh, there's... The three of them are living together.
Yeah. It's like, we have a special announcement. Special announcement? And she just sees them with both engagement rings on, so it's like... And it just ends up being Pega. Oh. Oh yeah, when Kageyama introduces himself to Riku and Liha, it's like, oh, I'm part of the Smiley Foundation. It's like
Smile Insurance Agency.
Yeah, it's like
of course. I thought that was cute.
It's like right, and like they went along with it.
It's you know what? It's actually pretty cute to see how like good close friends Liha and Riku are now.
You want to know why, Len?
Why?
They probably fucked. They've just it's been 2 months. You don't know.
Or maybe Zero got in on the action too. Zero, you want in?
Is that a yes?
That doesn't beat the first time.
No, Zero fucked up. Episode 8. Nothing will beat that thumbnail.
No.
No, I think like when Panamantium Zeton was like destroying the city, like chances are it's like, what do we do? What the fuck? Yeah, sure.
It's like in Second Mary Mocha Porno where just like fucking Seth Rogen's talking to one of his old classmates, just give me a handy and hand job in the back and goes locker room. Yeah, alright, let's go.
Just
Sorry about my elbow.
Thank you for showing me that movie, Elaine.
Oh, have you never seen it?
I've never seen Zack and Mary make a porno.
I'm glad you liked it. Good.
Can you believe this shit? Can you believe this shit?
She frosted me like it was a fucking cake! Never say shit covered in front of me ever again.
Oh yeah, Ultra Capsule Navi returns, but now it's odd because they're on episode 13 of Ultra Capsule Navi. When we're on episode 14, because there was none for the episode 13 itself.
Yeah, and for this week we got Orb Origin, or this week's episode we got Orb Origin, and then, yeah, Sega.
Oh yeah, so apparently, no, this corrects me on something. Because for the longest time, I thought it was as Ultraman Orb Origin. But according to Subaru Productions, the real name is Ultraman Orb, Orb Origin.
Or, you know, it could just be called Ultraman Orb, because it's his original form.
Yeah.
You don't need to call it... No, that's stupid! No, because his origin form is his original form, so just call him Ultraman Orb!
Well, technically, his first form was Ultraman Orb. The first.
Whatever the fuck is it? Ultraman Orb,
no,
Origin?
No, No, it's Ultraman Orb, Orb Origin the first.
Fuck's sake. Stupid.
And then, okay, what are the odds that the Ultraman for the 50th anniversary is 50 meters tall and 50,000 tons?
Oh, for fuck's sake. Wow.
And his special technique is Orb Supreme Caliber.
Probably uses 50 times Orb's normal power.
And then, for Kaiju, it's Space Time Destroyer God Zagan. Height 58 meters, weight 47,000 tons. Special technique is the Zagat Beam.
It's just that rare moment sometimes where just an Ultraman is heavier than a Kaiju. No wonder they're able to like lift them by their tails and spin them around and throw them, because like, yeah, I'm like 3,000 tons heavier than you are, so I have the muscle that can fucking lift your fucking light ass up.
Yeah, but Kaijus are usually taller.
That's true. They are usually taller.
They're like, you should.
But small is powerful. Believe it.
Well, I know something that I looked up recently. I was going through my old phone with like a bunch of pictures, in which I found one of a like this Juodra mech height counter. Apparently, let's use Orb for example. He's 50 meters. Zero King is 48 meters. So he's just 2 meters off, like 2 meters off. And that's the base form. Ultraman are short compared to the final mecha in Juodra.
I remember there was that one episode, like at the end of Castranger, where I was like naming off like what the tallest Megazord was, and then I was clocking in speeds as well, and like I think it was the Deca base has a max speed of 0 miles per hour because it doesn't fucking move because it's a base. It's a fucking building.
It just transforms. It doesn't move.
But then apparently fucking Zero or the Toki Rainbow or something can like go at fucking like speed of sound. It's so fast.
He's moving at the speed of sound. Sonic is on the run.
God no.
Anyways,
There it is.
let's move on to Orb. Alright, episode 5, A Heart That Won't Flee. This episode debuted the third form for Orb, Ultraman Orb Hurricane Slash, which is a fusion between Ultraman Jack and Ultraman Zero.
It's okay for him.
Yeah, it's not my favorite.
It's not Thunderbreaster. I'm sorry, but Thunderbreaster's the best thing Orb has.
Yeah, and the kaiju of this episode is Hyper Zeton.
I like that because I love hearing that. I love that sound.
Okay, so Lane, not to confuse you, but the other alien in this episode is Alien Zeton.
Okay.
So there's Zeton, and then Alien Zeton.
Yeah, you said like Alien Zeton's like his
It's
human-sized form.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or at least like the alien race that lives
He
on.
looks like that weird fucking creature from Ginga. Fucking chasing that girl up the stairs and just
Nothing.
not filming like a new shot. Just her running down the stairs again.
Don't remind me of or Ginga.
Why do you think we're talking about Kaiju Club instead of fucking Ginga?
Yeah.
Fuck Ginga!
But Naomi gets a call from a girl named Mataka.
Senpai. Fucking special beam cannon!
Oh, come on, Goku, it's the Maka
Senpo! Or something like that.
Makaka Sensofo. Yeah, that. The what?
Special beam cannon. Oh!
Wait, Matako. Matako. I'm just going to call her Taco.
Taco.
Yeah, so Naomi meets up with Taco, in which Taco is revealed to be the alien Zeton, which lures her into a basement where the Hyper Zeton's just like crunched into like a little hole.
And then like guys like realizes she's gone and like tries to find her and then finds her somehow. I can't even remember how he fucking did it.
Oh yeah, the alien Zeton called them, being
Oh
like,
yeah.
"Oh yeah, to the man named Guy Kurenai, come save this girl if you dare."
It's amazing that like throughout this entire show,
Nobody
they never
clicked
question
in.
why Guy like not even the fact that like oh he's Orb, but like how do aliens know who the fuck this guy is? Why is he always around and he knows what like that monster is and blah 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 blah, and why does he know all this shit? Like no one ever questioned why Guy knows this shit.
Oh,
So,
maybe he's Ultraman Orb.
like he.
Oh, come on, Jenna. He can't be Ultraman. Look how small he is. Look how big Ultraman is.
I love that.
Just
Yeah.
no, he has a fair point.
If only you knew.
If only you knew half the battle.
Yeah, unless you're fucking X and Ginga or Victory, where you can just fucking
Microscopic to infinite.
fuck off. Jesus.
I break all laws of physics.
Yeah, but like, fucking Guy goes to where Ellie Zeton is, and then like, they're talking about this shit. Like, they're literally talking about like stuff, and like, Zeton could have fucking said Orb or something, but like, or Ultraman, but he didn't. He just keeps calling Guy Kurenai, and I'm just like,
Well, yeah, chances are that's what Guy would prefer to call himself.
no, but like, you would have think like, oh, you don't think I know who you are, Ultraman Orb, and then they would be like, what? And like, you know, they fight a bit, and like, you know, Naomi's trying to do shit to help Guy, and like, she's like, stay the fuck back. And,
Oh, let me help you. No. I saved your life.
I've already saved your life like 4 times.
How many times now? All right.
I caught, let's see. I caught saved you in a
episode 1.
tornado.
Yeah, tornado.
I stopped a fucking building from crushing you by catching it with my bare hands.
Yeah, that's episode 2. Episode 3, there was no actual one. And then this is episode 4. No.
5.
It is episode 5.
Episode 4 was the heat.
Right. Hot midsummer night. Or you think?
Yeah. Anyways,
I don't know.
he
So-
saves Naomi a lot in this show.
3 times now. He has saved my homie 3 times now.
Yeah. Just like not much else was going to much on with this episode. Like, you know, Zeton attacks and just like Orb has to stop him and.
Or, sorry, it's Hyper Zeton Death Scythe.
Oh yeah.
Because it's like, oh yeah, it's a completely different Hyper Zeton. You just made his arms longer. I looked at the Hyper Zeton saga, and I looked at the one in this episode. It's literally normal hands, crab hands, normal hands, crab hands. Oh, 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 oh. And
yeah.
And yeah, the fusion of Hurricane Slash. But Hurricane Slash gives him a new weapon, and it is the Orb Slugger Lance.
It's pretty cool. I like that he has like a little switch that he has to go like to like fucking do like this awesome attack.
I remember when it first came out, you're like, "Oh, Gar, you're gonna get that," and I'm like, "No." And now I'm actually thinking about it. Should I? Nah.
You know what the best weapon is? Norb? Thunderbreaster. Just need a weapon.
Got a problem?
Yeah, just cut off your fucking tail and whack you with it.
Got a problem? Punch it.
Or slice off your tail and whack you with it.
That sounds like a lyrics from Dance of Doom.
If you did not get it, I like Thunderbreaster a lot.
But it's like,
You know what's funny, Gar?
what?
When you think about it, Thunderbreaster is a fusion of your favorite Ultraman and my favorite Ultraman.
Yeah, I know. We've already discussed about that.
That's why you both and I just unanimously were just at the same time. We're just like,
Thunderbreaster.
God, Thunderbreaster is fucking amazing.
He wins.
But I think that's unanimous across the entire Ultraman fandom. It's just Thunderbreaster's the coolest thing to come out of Orb.
Yeah, and then it's like, so Guy defeats Hyper Zeton Death Scythe, and he comes down to fight the alien Zeton.
Well, I did like when he's Hurricane Slash, he can use the Zero Sluggers on his head. I like that.
Yeah.
That's a nice little touch to Zero.
In which, like, that's how, like, he gets the, orb,
Blech.
the, yeah. the Orb Slugger Lance.
Yep.
But it's like Naomi, Jetta, and Shin see the aliens that time. And it's like, are you here to invade us? You fucking serious? Who the fuck would want to come and invade this planet? You guys don't even have space travel yet. You guys suck. You do know your planet is literally called dirt, right?
Yeah, and Guy loves Earth. That's why he considers bathing in a bathhouse one of the most greatest luxuries Earth has to offer.
Yeah.
I'd like to go to a Japanese bath. That'd be nice. Or hot spring.
But no, just what the alien Zeton said to them makes a valid point. We no longer live in the day and age where aliens want to come and invade us.
Oh, Earth sucks.
Because it's like, you guys just straight up suck. At this point, you guys might as well just destroy yourselves.
Yeah, it's like
in which, if you've been focusing on politics recently, yeah, that's not that far.
Yeah, like it's like in Star Trek or whatever like that. Like the Vulcans, they surveyed Earth while they were flying by our solar system, and they saw Earth and they're like, oh, too primitive. But then they noticed a warp signature coming from Earth, and then they were curious, and then they landed and they wanted to meet the guy who invented warp travel. So
it's like in the new Power Rangers comic, Go Power Rangers. It's like, Rita, why do you want to take over Earth so badly? They haven't discovered space travel yet. We got this. But, like, do you see any transdimensional gates around? No. We can easily just conquer this planet like that. Like, probably in a day.
Yeah, the Power Rangers weren't a thing.
Yeah. Just power. Those Power Rangers!
Power poopers!
Those power punks!
Oh
yeah, there was a subplot with a little girl's doll.
And Guy found it, and then
found it in the park.
And then brought it, gave it to her.
Oh no, they made signs in which...
And then they, like, say to Guy that he could live with them or something like that?
No, Naomi asked if Guy would like to come back to their base and so that she can make him food for saving her, in which it's mushroom soup.
And he eats it, and she's like, oh, do you not like it? And he's like, oh, it's fucking amazing.
I haven't had this taste in such a long time. In which...
That's where you should fucking get our first hint that Naomi's related to Natasha.
Yeah.
So...
We just weren't paying attention.
We weren't paying attention at all.
We were just thinking, oh, he's an alien. He's probably had this taste before.
It has that smell. That smelly smell.
The smells. Anchovies. What? Anchovies. Meat.
Oh god, I fucking hated those guys.
Meat.
I can't understand your accent.
The next bus to the Bikini Bottom. Oh. Just at the end of the episode. Thank you. You're welcome. Just the one guy that had the normal, that did not have the accent.
Your accent. So what are we getting this episode's ultra hard navy?
Oh no, we're not doing that for Orb.
Oh, okay.
Because it's not really actual details.
Yeah,
it's
oh, this guy doesn't.
Oh, let's talk about this guy real quickly. Alright, Ultraman Jack. Actually, I do have a fun little fact about Ultraman Jack. He was not originally called Ultraman Jack.
Oh.
Since his show was called The Return of Ultraman, he was just known as Ultraman.
Oh.
It wasn't until the 1980s where his nickname of Ultraman Jack became like official.
Oh, because we can't have two Ultramen called Ultraman.
Yeah, it's like how in at the beginning of Kamen Rider V3, that's where the terms Kamen Rider Ichigo and Kamen Rider Nigo come from.
Yeah.
Because they didn't have those terms in the original series.
Yeah, no, they were just called Kamen Rider and Kamen Rider.
Yeah. Another Kamen Rider. It's like Angulus became Anguirus.
Huh.
Yeah.
We watched Gamera.
Gamera.
It was good.
Way to make this episode dated. Now people want to know.
We watched the original Gamera movie, and it was good.
Plan Z.
Yeah, we actually, me and Gar actually, I like mentioned this in Castranger, but after we finish the Godzilla movies, we actually want to go back and like watch other kaiju films. So we want to watch like the Mothra movies and then Gamera movies, or at least the good ones. Because Gar says that the Showa era for Gamera is not really worth it.
It's just, it's not really uphill. It's more like the original, and then everything else goes downhill.
And then
there is no increase. It's just immediate.
Yeah, Gamera is the Sonic of kaiju movies.
Yeah. But speaking of kaijus, shall we get into the Kaiju Club?
Yes.
So for this week, instead of talking about Ultraman Ginga, I decide every 20 episodes we'll talk about an episode of Kaiju Club.
There you go. Because maybe by the time we get to episode 80, all 4 episodes will be subbed.
Yeah!
Gar's so mad
It's
about
a
that.
4-episode miniseries. And so far,
Overtime, come on!
and so far, only 2 episodes have been subbed. The last episode that was subbed was back in August. We are currently recording this in October.
Yep.
This is bullshit.
Give him time.
Yeah. Maybe they're waiting for the Blu-rays so that they have the highest quality.
Maybe.
But yeah, so for those that don't know, Kaiju Club is like I just mentioned, a 4-part miniseries, which is set in the 1970s, as the narrator tells us, and explain that in a certain point in people's lives, they are dedicated to certain they are dedicated in particular subjects. Mm-hmm. Our main character, Ryota Nakajima, is, well, he likes kaijus.
A lot.
Yeah, like...
So much to the fact that, like,
he
imagines them, like, around him.
He and his friends have a kaiju club.
Where, like, they're at a bar, and they just...
They're at a cafe. Cafe Sune.
And, they write, like, a magazine.
Yes, in which they are the Kaiju Club.
Yeah. And so they, like, you know, they're all, like, a bunch of different people, and, like,
actually,
for known actors, Tokyo Yongo's actor, Hikari from Tokyuger, is in it.
Yeah, so these are the Kaiju Club members.
Okay.
For their leader, we have Cap. His age is unknown, but his actor is 45, so I'm just going to say he's 45. His occupation is unknown, but he is the president of the Kaiju Club. Yeah. Next, we have Joe, age 33, occupation magazine writer.
Is he the long-haired guy?
Yeah, he's the long-haired guy that sits on his right beside Cap.
Okay.
And then we have Katsuno, age 17, occupation high school student, and he is the youngest member of the Kaiju Club.
And that's Hikari?
I want to say that is Hikari.
Yeah, I think that's Tokyo Yongo.
Yeah. We have Shingo, age 22, and he is a college student. We have Yusuke, age 24, and he's an art student. We have Nishi, age 33, occupation office worker, and like I just mentioned, Ryota, age 22, and he is currently a college student.
So, yeah, and then,
So, you're telling me we have a group of between 20 to 30-year-olds sitting around a table discussing about kaiju on a weekly basis, and they come up with theories and ideas about where the shows may go.
Gee, I wonder what that sounds like.
Gee, sound familiar?
The Castranger!
Yeah.
Also...
Except they're cooler.
Also, fucking, I think, Yukio Baba? That's her name? Actor's name?
Medic?
Medic, yeah.
Yes, Medic is in this show.
Yeah, she's the bar, the waitress that,
Yeah.
like, serves them drinks, and it's pretty funny. Like, cause, like, her and, like, the owner of the bar, like, they have no idea, or the cafe, they have no idea what the fuck they're talking about, so sometimes she'll just, like, walk around the table, like, giving them drinks or whatever like that, and little bit overhearing their conversation, just a little bit. And, like, at the end of the episode, whatever, like, it comes up and it's just like, what are they even talking about? Like, I don't know, it's there's something about like an assassination attempt, and they're like, he's like, what the fuck?
I'm just gonna say this right now. At the end of the second episode, he goes up to her and he's like, "Well, apparently they said the assassination plan was successful." Yeah,
You know what? We'll keep this to ourselves.
it's like, fuck this.
But yeah, so for this episode, first episode, they talk about
They talk about
Ultra 7.
yes, because again, this is set in 1970, and they like the biggest thing is the Ultra series. This was before Kamen Rider, and before Super Sentai,
Yep.
and Metal Heroes,
Yep.
and way before Garo.
Oh, yeah.
So at the time, all you got were
Ultraman
yeah,
and Godzilla, I guess.
you got like the Kaiju movie here and there.
It was just yeah.
But so in which you only have Ultra Q, Ultraman, Ultra 7.
And they actually talk about a specific episode, one that we actually talked about on Ultra Live. So
Yeah.
that was a good thing that I could relate to this episode because we talked about that episode.
Yeah.
It sucks they didn't mention the cigarettes ever. They were just kind of talking more about like the the kaiju, and like the scene where like he's talking to Ultra 7 like at a table drinking tea.
Well, yeah, because Lane, we make the jokes here on Castranger.
You know, that was
So,
funny.
so the cigarette thing that we did here was the funniest thing
Holy shit, that
on
was
the
fucking intense.
face of.
I need to smoke.
I was at work all day, and you guys were watching them. You guys came up with all those jokes. It made me laugh my ass off.
Yeah, I know. You were in a good mood after that.
Oh my goodness.
Um,
The Green Bastard versus Ultra 7.
Get your back, Ultra 7.
But yeah. Oh yeah, they talk about episode 8, the targeted town.
Which that was a good episode. It was weird, but it's fucking cigarettes causing people to be go berserk.
Yeah.
Because they wanted to like lose trust in humanity, or like make humanity like not trust
Lose
each
trust
other.
in each other.
Yeah, lose trust in each other, and then they even like there's even a part of the episode where like they go into detail. They're like yeah, that message the narrator says at the end, like what does it mean?
Okay. Yeah, these guys are.
They go hardcore.
Like, they are hardcore at this stuff. How hardcore? All right, everybody, let's all think about the episode, and they all think about it because this is 1970. There was no such thing as VHS recordings or DVDs yet.
Or like,
and even the narrator brings that up.
so they need off of memory or record
Or
the
books.
episode off a microphone with a tape recorder. And
Yes.
there's like a funny moment where like you hear they're like watching the episode and it's like
Yeah.
oh, the dinner's ready, Mom, I'm recording right now.
Yeah.
We'll eat later. Just be quiet.
I think that was Shingo or no, it was it was either Nishi. No, it wasn't Nishi. It was Shingo.
Yeah.
Yeah, Shingo recorded it, recorded a broadcasting of it, in which, you know what that reminded me of?
Huh?
It reminds me of the Lost Doctor Who episodes, because that's how we actually remember those episodes. They still exist in audio format.
Yeah.
So in which sometimes we make animations of them, or we've actually released all of them on CDs as a storybook or audiobook.
There you go. But like, kind of the main plot of this episode is,
Or
like
the show
the
itself.
show in general is Ryota. He has a girlfriend, a really
Yeah.
cute one, and he's super proud. and
Yuriko.
He feels super lucky. He's like, oh, I can't believe like a loser who's obsessed with kaiju like myself has such a great, cute girlfriend, and all she asks is just to hang out with me.
Here's the catch, though.
Yeah.
He can't tell the club that he has a girlfriend
And he can't tell his girlfriend that
about the club.
because he thinks that if she finds out that he likes kaiju and has like a club where he talks about it with his friends, she's gonna dump him and think he's a fucking loser.
Because this is 1970s, where being an otaku is looked down upon.
It still is today. I asked one of my Japanese coworkers, and she's like, oh yeah, no, otaku, the people, stay away from them.
Yeah,
They're their own thing.
it's like people seem alienated.
And then like
By
he's
them.
thinking about it with this club where they're like, oh, so you have a girlfriend? Now you think you're better than us then? Ew.
Oh, guess you don't have time to actually really think about kaijus if you have a
with us.
girlfriend.
So he's just really in this like slump, and he's
And,
just
like in episode 2, they explain why they don't really like girls that much.
They're just like, meh. Except for I think it's it's Nishi.
No, it's Yusuke.
Oh yeah, it's Yusuke.
Who has a thing for the cafe waitress.
Like you keep looking at her. Or
It's
whatever.
like, it's like, why do you keep looking at her? What are you talking about? You're looking right. Shut up.
Fuck up. No attention. But yeah, so it's just like it's kind of in the whole episode, like everywhere Ryota's going, just alien Metons there.
Metron.
Or Metron is there. Okay, I thought it was Metron. Damn it.
No, Meton is a. Meton does sound familiar.
Yeah. You're thinking Meton?
No. Meton does sound familiar.
No, it sounds like.
I am looking it up right now.
You sure it's Metron? I thought it was Meton.
It is Metron.
Okay. Yeah, so you see Alien Metron, and like, what's funny is like there was even a part where like they're describing his design or whatever like that, and they're imagining his design, and then they like show like a close up of it, and it's just like it's just like a guy in a fucking Metron suit. Like it's,
like 1970s Metron suit.
Yeah, and he's just like, and he's there, and then like there's even like a scene where like Ryota or whatever is like turns around or whatever, and he looks over at Metron, and he's just like. He's like, I gotta go, like, you know, I gotta see my girlfriend, like, you understand, right?
Birthday.
And Metron just doesn't do anything, but, like, he runs off, and then Metron starts following him. He's like, hey, man, where you go? And, like, of course, Ryota has, like, a little brother, and, like, he's like, why you fucking, like, watch this shit, man? It's for kids, like, what, you have better shit you can do. He's like, it's not just a fucking kid show, it's more about that.
It's about the pyrotechnics, the designs, the storyline.
And like I'm listening.
Oh my god, you're fucking Linkara.
And I'm like listening to this, and I'm just like, he's right though. Like it's not just a kid show.
Yeah. But no, it's funny because it kind of reminds me of what Linkara said at the beginning of History of. No, sorry, at the end of his Megaforce recap. It's like I saw patterns in this kid show, so I thought, hey, let's actually sit down and do a video miniseries on this.
Yep.
And he did every single season to date.
Yep.
It took him 5 years, but hey,
he did it.
He did it.
So then, yeah. So like, his girlfriend's birthday's coming up, and then like
and it's the exact same day as the deadline
for the magazine.
Yeah.
So. He's like so just he's freaking out, and then like he's at the Kaiju Club, whatever like that, and then he's like looking at like the birthday gift for his girlfriend like in his bag, and then he's like, guys, I'll be right back, I gotta go, I just had a thought, and like runs off, goes to meet with her. He's like, happy birthday, I'm sorry I'm late, but I can't see you tonight. There's something really important that's going on right now. It's super important to me. I hope you understand. I have nothing against you. Here's your present. Please don't question me about it. It's important. Bye.
Oh my god. He's like an Ultraman, if you think about it. He has a double life. He can't tell he's like a superhero. He can't tell his loved ones.
Oh yeah. And then like he also can't tell his.
He can't tell them because they'll probably track her down.
Yeah. Oh, holy shit! There you go. Oh, Japan, you're so clever.
Oh, I see where you're going with this, Japan.
But like, yeah. So like, it's just really interesting, and like.
I actually did write down. It's like, you know how I was mentioning about the audio recordings that they did?
Yeah.
Yeah. VHS recordings didn't exist until like 6 years before.
Yeah.
So like in that '70s show when they're talking about VHS recordings, that was the newest thing at the time.
There you go. Yeah, like overall, honestly, for this, like I've only seen one episode, but this is impressive. Like they go like full on with details and everything, and just like how they made the show, and it's impressive. Like that's the best thing I can say about it, is that it's really impressive how just in depth they are with everything, and like
they find like they try to find like hidden message or like true meanings to like certain things.
Like I bet yourself, Gar, like I bet you love to just like go back into the '70s where just like at a time where just like you couldn't have internet, and you just you you got together with friends and just talked about shit you liked.
Well,
like,
not even like
you can still do that now. Like we do that with Castranger, right? Like we're doing this
Yeah.
right now. Like we're doing a show about talking about a thing that we love. Like
but to them,
very much.
like to them, it seems like a better, like a cooler concept because like number one, they're not like in like at like a house sitting around just chit chatting, but it's more or less they're sitting in like a public place where they know that like yeah people might shun us, but hey, we're all together, we're all having a drink or two, and we're all just gonna sit down and talk about our thing.
Anyone out there who's listening to this, honestly, if you have a thing that you like, don't ever be ashamed about it, because like you know what, your friends, your family, like your loved ones, they'll understand. Like my parents, they know about my love of Kamen Rider and shit like that. Do they care? No. But do they shame me for it? No. They just like, that's just something Lane likes. So it's cool. So don't be ashamed about anything you like. So that's why I like doing a show like this and like doing Castranger and just like, you know, being a geek in general. Like it's just I like liking stuff that other people don't.
Just don't go too far with it.
Yeah, exactly. Don't.
The best example, and I know everybody's been shoving it down their throats, don't be a Rick and Morty guy.
Oh, fuck.
Don't be a fan of just... Don't go with the flow of people.
And
like
you
things.
lose your fucking shit at McDonald's if they don't have Szechuan sauce.
Who gives a shit?
You want Szechuan sauce? Go to a Chinese fucking restaurant. They have it.
Yeah.
It's not like a once in a lifetime thing McDonald's made for a Mulan movie. Szechuan sauce is a actual thing somewhere. Fucking people.
These people.
Anyways, so...
Yeah, and then... Okay, this is the one thing that kind of bugged me, though, about this. Is that, or two things. Number one, Cap said, like, the captain said that, oh, this is going to be our, like, alright, this issue is going to be, like, double the size of our regular issues. And then at the end of the episode, it says that this is their first issue.
Maybe like the subbers and stuff read that wrong.
Yeah. And then, second thing that kind of bugged me is just how massive that magazine was. It's like, there's only 7 of you, and it looks like you guys wrote like a 40-page book.
Hey, 7 of them. 7 people who are writing a magazine who are extremely knowledgeable about this shit. That's worth a 40-page fucking book.
And thirdly, where can I buy one? I actually kind of want to read this magazine.
Premium Bandai Kaiju Club.
Premium Bandai Kaiju Club.
I would be surprised if, like, gets shipped with the Blu-ray.
Or
Watch.
it's like a Blu-ray exclusive.
Exactly. You buy the Kaiju Club Blu-ray, you get the first issue of Kaiju Club. But overall, I'm looking forward to watching the rest of this because it's fascinating. Like, it really is.
I really hope the last 2 episodes get subbed soon.
If not by overtime, by someone else for sure.
Well, it's the people who are subbing it are sharing it with overtime.
Oh, okay.
So it's like, oh, we can't really sub it on our own because it's technically your project that we're helping you with.
Mm-hmm.
But no, let's, much like with all Toku fans, let's just focus on Kamen Rider and Sentai. Kamen Rider Sentai. Kamen Rider Sentai.
Why do you think I like this show? Because, I'm glad I've gotten into Ultraman. I'm glad I've gotten into kaiju movies and stuff like that. It's all thanks to you, dude. Sure, I watched Ginga because I knew about Ultraman because of the Tiga dub back when I was a kid, and then watched Ginga because I was like, oh, Ultraman's back. I'm like, I'll watch it, and then you just kind of sparked it when we watched that first Zero movie, and I was like, it's cool. And now I've watched Orb. We're trying to watch. We need to fucking watch more Dyna.
Well, I think there's 15 episodes sub now.
Oh, fuck yeah.
And
One day we just need to have a day of just binging Dyna. I'll just book a day off, you'll book a day off, and then just...
We'll wait till the show's done.
And we'll just book a day off together.
We'll just book a day off, and we'll just binge watch it.
And just get fucking snacks and stuff, though.
Oh, yeah, we'll get plastered.
We'll do that, yeah, there we go.
Oh. Do not get plastered, people.
Yeah, don't.
Drink
responsibly.
Please drink responsibly. As the great Apollo Z Hack, a.k.a. Matt Burkett from Monstrosities has always taught me, please collect responsibly. Do not over-collect.
Yeah, that's what I do sometimes, unfortunately.
You make some spontaneous...
I'm a very impulsive
purchases.
buyer.
That's
I'll admit that's one of my biggest flaws with myself.
Keep within your limits.
Yeah.
And that's not just wallet, but in space as well.
Yeah. Anyways.
That was episode 20 of Ultraranger. See you in the next dimension. If you want to follow me on Twitter, you can follow me at twitter.com/allaboutautorad. You can follow Lane at twitter.com/Lane_. If you want to read more of my thoughts on Tokusatsu, such as Kamen Rider and Super Sentai, or anything in particular, you can check out my blog page, Gar's Toku Blogs, at facebook.com.
Yep.
For older Cast Ranger stuff, or if you just want to look into us, you can check us out at facebook.com/RSCastRanger. Listen to older episodes at castranger.podbean.com. You can support us on Patreon at patreon.com/Radio Sentai Castranger. And that's pretty much it. And just a final reminder that Ultraman Geed, Ultraman Ginga, and Ultraman Orb are all available legally on Crunchyroll.
Go watch these shows, man, because that shows Crunchyroll that people are interested in Ultraman and they'll want to get more.
Yep.
So do it!
Do it.
Hashtag get Dinah on Crunchyroll.
Hashtag these shows need official releases over here.
They do.
Like,
fucking Shout Factory, get on that shit.
you know how many times Shout Factory has said that they want to get Kamen Rider and Metal Heroes? They are trying.
Apparently, a lot of people have been like really on a Wind Spectre kick lately. Like there's a lot of people I know on Twitter who love Wind Spectre.
It's a Metal Hero series.
I know. Well, we gotta watch it.
Yeah, it's fully subbed.
Goodbye, everybody.
May the Schwa protect you.